Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Almighty Mar, aka the Hit Guy. Already know this another episode of the Almighty Show. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff tonight, man. Got the Nets, Katie. They got some crazy situation going on, man. A lot of crazy stuff going on in the off season. A lot of vets beating with the rookies. We got this crazy situation going on in Russia with Brittany, man. Hopefully things go okay with that. But it's a lot to talk about, man. But let me go ahead and introduce y'all to my boy TJ. We got him in the building, man. Finally,
How y'all
finally,
doing? How
bro.
y'all doing?
Man, TJ, where you from, bro? Tell us about
I'm
yourself.
so born and raised New Haven, Connecticut. Currently live in West Haven, Connecticut. Um, just doing what I do. I'm an audio engineer. I have my own podcast, T Talks with D. Music production, anything audio, I do it. Musician, drummer, writer, a little bit of everything. But I do what I do.
That's what's up, man. Man, it's good to have you on the show, man. Not too many people know, man. We were supposed to do this like a while back, like months
Yeah.
ago, like during the heat season, man. But
hmm
things happen, man. We wasn't able to do it, but now we getting into it, man. Everybody got some time on their hands to get things started, man. So it's a beautiful thing to get it started. Oh man, but man, I want to get started with the Heat, bro.
Talk about them.
Let's talk, man. You still think we got a chance to give up something for KD, or should we
All
go
right.
for Mitchell? What you think? What's your thoughts?
This is my thoughts. KD, that's out the window. It's out the
Hmm.
window. KD is not happening. Just like my foolish self a little bit over a year ago now, when the hype came up about Westbrook, and I was like, oh man, maybe we could get Westbrook. Saw that season, I'm like, thank
Yeah.
God we did not get Westbrook. They talking about his work ethic there. Imagine what it'd be like on the Heat.
Oh
He would
my!
be getting cursed out every day. Pat coming down from the office telling him, yo, you running laps, something. But nah, in all honesty, I don't think the KD is gonna wind up, I think, staying in Brooklyn. Um, but it's gonna be, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a grudge match. Just like you already hear today, the news came out about him
Yeah,
trying to basically say, hey, choose me or the staff. Like, I don't know. I'm just seeing where it goes from here.
and that's another thing, man. I'm like curious about it, like how they gonna do that. Because in my opinion, man, I think Steve Nash is not the answer. He's not a good coach to me. I think he's a good trainer. Like he can
Mhm.
get your players better. You know what I'm saying in that aspect because he has like a lot of game tapes. He's always going through like different training exercises with people, and
Mhm.
it's good knowledgeable content. You know what I'm saying. But as a coach, you got to be able to when you in the playoffs, especially, bro, you got to make good adjustments. When things
That's
not
true.
going right, you got to be able to look at your bench and say, you, get in there and let's figure something out, man. But he's like to me, in my opinion, he's just sitting on the bench. It's like, man, I hope KD and and, and
Help
Kyrie
me out.
scores 40, just score
Help
40
me
points
out.
each, so you can save my job, man.
You know what's funny though? Something you said about like you don't think he's a good coach, and I thought about it today. I promise you. I was like, all right, so his first year dealing with two superstars, and the overall consensus is he's not a good coach, right? I think he's just a
Mhm.
young coach. I think he needs some time because he was great point guard. Can't take nothing away from him. So I think he
Oh
can
yeah,
figure that out. During the playoffs, he didn't have much of a bench that could do anything. So like, yeah, his schemes wasn't good, or he didn't really make anything happen. But I don't think he had much to work with, to be fair. But the main thing I thought
Mhm.
about is, I mean, he's not a young guy, but a fresh new coach dealing with two all time great talent superstars. Where
Right.
else have we seen something like that happen? And people talked about maybe it won't work with this young coach or this new coach. And yet, I mean, the first season was what it was, but brought
Mhm.
two titles. So we see the flip side. Like you're gonna get the criticism, but if you can make it work, now you're looking at people saying, like I'm talking about Coach Bo being one of the
Right.
greatest coaches of all time. So it's like I think that road is there for him. Maybe not the greatest coach of all time, but like being a really good coach, I think can be in his cards. But he just gotta. It feels like he got to put his foot down, to be honest with you. So,
Yup. I'm thinking too, man. Depending on the direction they go, they're gonna have to have a lot of pieces that can play defense. Pretty
yeah,
much,
agreed.
man. That was their whole problem against Celtics. They really didn't have the guys to defend against their guards, especially their bigs, man. Because whoa, bro, lot of points in transition, especially in the paint, where that was they weakest. But
Nets
man,
are kind
I'm
of
hope.
undersized.
Yeah,
In a
they
weird
are.
way, they're undersized near the
They are.
rim, basically. So,
They are. Man, who's potentially going to go there? You think
to Brooklyn?
is yeah? Who's willing to help out if things stay the way they are? If they get Ben Simmons back healthy.
Mhm.
Well, let me not say back because I don't know, man. He's like a guy that seems like he doesn't want to play. So I don't know, man. I
Get
hoping
him
he
there for the
still wants
first
to play
time.
basketball and wants to play.
Yeah, I think he definitely wants to play. I'll be totally shocked if he doesn't play next season. If he doesn't play next season, that'd be real awkward, weird. Anything you could think of, that'd be, I don't know. But I don't know. Like, are you saying who would go help him? Are we talking about trade wise? Because are you talking with Kyrie still there and KD? Of
Yeah,
course, with
yeah,
Ben Simmons.
yeah.
I don't know
Like
because
like
nobody's
who
gonna
you
go
can
there
put.
during free agency. I don't think
Yeah,
because look how
yeah,
unstable it is already.
yeah, yeah.
So
You got a point. We got a point. It's very unstable. You know what I'm saying? And then I think it's best they just break it off, bro, and just go somewhere else, man. But if they decide to stay, man, they gotta get some wins under their belt, man, to where people can say, well, if nothing works out in this organization where I'm at, I can go to the Brooklyn Nets, man, and see if I can do something with them
yeah, that's true.
or the other teams. But vice versa, man. They gotta find out a way to make it work, man. Especially if Ben Simmons. I was telling people, man, if it does work with Ben Simmons, they can use him how the Warriors use Draymond Green in a way. Because
Why? Because they both can't shoot.
no, not that they both can't shoot. They both can play defense and they both
Nah.
great passers. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah,
they kind of the
same
only
height, right?
thing
They both
pretty
6'9".
pretty
I
much. I think so.
think Draymond's like six.
I
Technically,
think
Draymond's really like 6'8",
it's
but they list him. I
6'8".
think 6'9".
Okay. Okay, but they pretty much the same type of
That's
player,
true.
man. It's just Ben Simmons a lot more athletic and he can do a lot more in transition.
If you had to choose Draymond right now or uh, Ben Simmons, who would you take?
Oh, I take Draymond.
Draymond.
Just for the fact that he's a better shooter and you get a leader. You know what I'm saying?
The shooting part ain't saying too much, but yeah, it's definitely a better
Ain't
leader.
saying too much, but it's
That's
the
what's
fact.
Brooklyn missing. That's what Brooklyn is missing. Brooklyn is missing, and it. Oh gosh, now I sound like a talking head.
Yeah,
They're missing an alpha, and alpha doesn't mean necessarily somebody who's just gonna come in and yell at you. But KD is a y'all. We hear it all the time. I just want to hoop,
yeah,
right? Obviously,
yeah,
he know he's gonna be the best player on the floor
right.
9 times out of 10, but he doesn't. He doesn't care enough to put in the like directing people. Like he just like expect people to hey. If you on board, I expect you to hoop too. But you want a team, especially with that much pop like star power, you need somebody who's at least going to be vocal and direct people. If your coach ain't the one doing it, which apparently he's not the one doing it, you need somebody,
Yeah.
and they got to be respected at the very least because you're not going to be better than KD or Kyrie. So
Yeah, I don't think nobody's doing it, man. And not to say that you have to do that if you KD, because you can lead through your actions, man. Just balling out, man, and killing them with killer instinct. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? But you have to have that vocalist, man. and that leader that say, hey man, y'all messing up. We need you to do this and that, man, and hold
I
people
feel
accountable.
I feel safe saying every team who's ever won a championship had at least one player who was like that. Whether they
Yeah,
was the best person or just a person on the bench. Again, look at the Heat. You still got UD out there directing people. We know what Jimmy is. Jimmy is not afraid of getting people, behind about stuff. So,
right.
like, I feel like if you go through every team that's ever won a championship, there's at least one person who's a vocal person because it's necessary.
Shoot, bro, I believe this year, man. If Bam gets through that hump and just say, man, I'm not passing the ball. I'm just gonna kill him every time, bro. We'll be somewhere, bro.
That's
We'll be somewhere, man. I personally think, man, he can be our best player ever, bro. At
ever
ever at the fourth position.
okay.
At the fourth position.
Yeah, not too much competition there. So yeah. When did you feel? When
I
was the
don't
moment?
like him as a five, bro. I
No, I
don't
don't think you
I
used him as
think
a five.
I don't think he's really good as a center, bro. But at the four, bro, I believe, man, he can be a lot better than he shows us, bro.
If you're going small, I think use him as a five. If not, use him as a four. And technically, depending on certain matchups, you could get away with using him as a three if you really want to shake stuff up. But because he brings up the ball sometimes too, so
Yeah.
he can kind of do it all. But I was going to ask you, when was the moment you felt like, all right, Bam is here to stay? Like he's a serious problem. He got a bright future.
Oh man, it was. I remember this. It was actually the game when we played. Who did he play, bro? He was just going in on the rebounds, bro. I think it was. I believe it was the year after we got rid of Whiteside, bro. Because Whiteside was. I hated Whiteside, bro.
I
I
liked the
hated
White side. I was so mad he didn't pin when it was him versus Joel Embiid. I was caping for him. I was like, yo, he better than Embiid. Who doing it with blocks though? Triple double with blocks, and then it just was clear that he's not better than Embiid at all.
like,
But
I'm
he
like, what is
had a
he doing?
fire start though, pun intended.
Oh yeah, he did.
He had a
He
fire
did,
start.
bro. He was killing it then, bro. And was
Yeah.
like getting in the interview. He was like, man,
Came
I'm
back
just here.
Jack. I
I'm
was
just
like,
here
oh
to get
yeah,
my 2K rating up, man. That's all.
classic White side. Yeah, I was sad to see him go, but yeah, I agree. For me, that moment was definitely in the bubble. The Boston series, that was like, yo, this dude is he kind of doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
Like,
man, he was doing this thing against the Bucks, bro. The Bucks
yeah.
actually, because he was locking down their best player, bro.
Yeah. So I think he's definitely
Like,
can't even say a diamond in the rough because he's clearly a star, but I just hope he takes that next step. That next step for us. Because him and Jimmy, two pieces right there, they do not need to get rid of at all.
yeah, because he can give you a 30 piece, man. He just chooses not to, bro.
Yeah, I think so.
The 2010 guy, that's okay, but man, if Jimmy's off, Hero's off, everybody else off, bro, we need you to score, bro, and be a bucket too.
I mean, he got it tough because he got to do it on both ends, but I think there's nights where he can get away with being better on one end of the floor than the other, and the team kind of makes up for it. But most often than not, he's going to have to carry us defensively for sure.
Most definitely, man. How you feel about Vincent? You think he's gonna take the starting role?
Like actually earn the permanent starting role for the season?
Yeah.
I can see it happening. Because again, with the Heat, it's like we make those pieces that are supposed to be the parts that don't fit. We make it fit, and better than any other team in the league makes them fit.
Right.
And I've seen it multiple seasons now. It's like whatever they're I think it's just because they play so well as a team and the roles are defined. I think the Heat organization, they tell you your role, but they also don't trap you in your role. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like take Bam, like they could have told him, "Hey, we need you to get 20 and 10." But if it comes down to like him bringing up the ball, him maybe getting 40 and 10 or 40 and 8, something like that, like we're not like, "Hey, you're doing too much, sit down." It's like, "All right, let him cook." So
For sure, bro.
I think Vincent could easily get that, especially if we don't make any trades or anything. So
'Cause I don't know about Larry, bro. I see him putting in the work, losing that weight. He
you feel
looking
the same
skinny.
way?
He looking skinny, but man, if you're not gonna show up in the playoffs, man, because we needed you in the playoffs, bro.
Man,
Oh
that
my
had me
goodness,
so
bro.
mad. I've never
Can't-
been that much of a Lowry fan, especially watching LeBron cook him in the Raptors for all them years.
Yeah,
But I mean, he got the moments, but I feel like he's not the guard I want to put on my chips on. Like, hey, Lowry, get us a bucket. No, just run the show, but no.
just be that assist guy, bro. Because he was doing this thing, man. When it comes to like driving the tempo and putting guys in their spots, giving them into the rhythm and everything. That's you, Larry. That's you, bro. Yes,
for a
but trying to
bucket,
score,
no.
man, no, bro.
Get your shots where you get them, but like go to, no, I don't like that at all.
But man, Vincent, man, I love him a lot, man. He plays super aggressive. At first, I didn't like him, but man, after the games he did, bro, and did play in it and contribute, I was like, man, we got something with this guy, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but they
solid,
find the
bro.
talent.
He's solid, man. After we gave up none, I was like, man, who are we gonna get to fill up this spot, man? And this guy shows up and he takes it, bro. He takes it, man. So it's a beautiful thing to see, man, with these guys, bro. They just come into the organization, they develop them, and then they just show what they got.
Like, yeah, if you want to prove yourself, come down to Miami. Show us what you got. Show the league what you got, because that's going to be the place where you're going to shine. I don't think anybody's going to argue that one.
Nope. Because for some reason, man, we can't get a start. We can't get another start, and the stars that we want to get, man, we got to give up a whole team.
You know, Pat's not doing that.
Nope.
Pat's
I don't want him to do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Especially if they're not wishy-washy. Stay in Brooklyn.
If Mitchell got to go to the Knicks, then let him go to the Knicks, man.
What do you think about that? I think that's interesting. What do you think about us if we were to somehow get Donovan?
Well, if they want to get Donovan, they would have to give up Hero. They would have to give up who would they have to give up to? Maybe Duncan Robinson, or maybe they don't have to give up Duncan Robinson. But I know for sure Hero.
See, yeah, I'm not comfortable giving up both our shooters though.
Yeah, they would have to give up. You know what? They would have to give up Hero, Duncan Robinson, the Jokic that we just drafted, and probably another pick.
I don't know if that's worth it. Do you feel like maybe that's just kind of getting another Jimmy Butler in a way? Or do you think him and Jimmy could actually propel the team? Or is it going to be too redundant?
I don't know, bro.
Because, I mean, we know Jimmy is not afraid to give up the ball, but not Jimmy. Mitchell had a great year in Utah's first year. Second year was okay. And it's like he's kind of, to me, leveled out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything that's like Donovan Mitchell. You saw him last night. He had a blah, blah. I haven't heard that in a couple years.
That's what I'm saying, Utah, bro. But... Now, if Bradley was on the table, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving it all up for Bradley, bro. That dude is it, bro. But
Two dogs, Bradley
Mitchell,
and Jimmy.
Man.
I can at least see the
Oh man.
competitiveness right there is going to be through the roof for sure. They might be swinging at each other during practice sometimes, but they'll get it together for the court.
Bro, I'm just gonna let everybody on the show know, man. That broke my heart when he took that max, man. It broke my heart, bro.
He gotta feed his kids. He gotta feed the family.
But you know what that's what he was saying, man. His family loves it. He loves it there, and that's the only reason he stayed, bro.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, he clearly chose the money, but I'm not even mad at it. Like, how can you be mad at it? Because it doesn't come off as like, oh, he's just greedy or he just want to. I mean, first of all, he's playing basketball, so he clearly deserves the money because he's Bradley Beal. Nobody says, oh, he's trash. If they do, they don't know basketball.
They don't know,
bro. I think it's just one of those things, kind of like with Damian Lillard. Like, you just want to see him win somewhere where he can actually win. A lot of talent.
Of course, man, because he has the talent to get a ring, bro. You know,
he could. I feel like he could be that piece.
Guys like him, Chris Paul, Bradley. You know, I wish Ant would have got some Carmelo Anthony. But man, bro, it's tough.
That ship has sailed.
It's sailed, bro. Yeah.
You're gonna have to look at Melo and be like, hey, never got a ring, but he got blah 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 points. Top, he need a couple more points, 800 something points to pass Shaq for what, 8th all time scoring list. So,
which is crazy.
Can't knock it, but
it's funny. I was telling people that, man, Shaq, if Shaq would have made at least 80% of his free throws, bro, he'll be the most. He had the most points of all time, bro.
Oh man, Shaq definitely literally left a lot of points at the line, a ton of points at the line.
Oh man, bro, that dude was dominant, bro.
Yeah, hey, can't do everything, right?
No, you can't, bro.
What did he say? He said, if I was able to shoot like Curry, that would have been fair. Got a point. You can't stop him inside. He can shoot over you. Shoot like Curry. That would be crazy.
That's a damn demigod on 2K.
Right. And don't give him the handle. That'd be unfair.
Oh my goodness.
Keep him off the video game. That's unreal, even for the video game.
But he kind of did have handles though. I seen him
in his younger years.
It was one on seeing him and Kobe. I think him, Kobe, and who it was, bro. They was coming down in transition, bro. Shaq leading the break. He faked the pass and I think he gave it to Kobe. I'm like, dog, what?
Oh man,
like these dudes was crazy back in the day, bro.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been fair once he was well over 300. That wouldn't have been fair.
No, bro. No. What era you think is better, on today's era or like the 80s, 90s? What you think, bro?
All right, so of course I
gotta know.
I'm born in 94, so see, all right. So when you say better, you mean like just the game of basketball being better? We talking about like who's most? I mean,
and oh man, who had like the better competition, player wise or whatever?
Oh, these are those moments. It's like if I say, "What will I regret it?" I don't. That's tough. I mean, all right. So this is how I break it down. The average player today is better, most likely, than the average player from the 90s. So when your average player can hit threes at a higher clip, that says something. The game does shift. So, oh man, who's better? That's tough. I don't know. I felt like it was more balanced in the 90s. Obviously, because you didn't have the whole everybody joining up to a team thing. If they did, it was the organization doing it. And even then, it wasn't like, this is how I'll put it. Do you remember at that point and up until maybe with the Boston Celtics, it wasn't a big three thing. It was if you had two all-star players on your team, you were a legit like team. Like if you had any basketball game growing up, as long as you had two star players and at least maybe a shooter or something or a third okay player,
Mhm.
that was considered for that time like a super team. So I'm gonna regret saying this. I'm gonna go with the 90s. I'm gonna go with the 90s.
And I'm totally fine with that, bro. I'm I'm
I'm
fine
gonna,
with
I'm
that,
gonna
bro.
regret saying that, but I'm gonna go with the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people gonna be in your head, bro. I
Yeah.
know it.
I mean,
they
if
be they
anybody want
be
to
on
argue
mine
it,
too.
I listen. I'm good for making an argument, but for that one, I mean, you can't deny the talent today. But I
Yeah,
feel like a lot of people. Okay, there's a lot of people who can shoot, but it's almost like they're just a specialist or a 3-and-D, which is of course valuable, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. Let me shut up. Let me shut up.
bro. I get beat up for telling people that I think Kobe and MJ are better than LeBron in a way, man. And
We're
they
gonna
bring
have
up
that debate.
they bring their competitions up. Like I understand people saying that with MJ. Let me say for instance,
Mhm,
his competition. Most of the guards.
mhm.
Let me put it like this. Let me put it like this. Most of the guards didn't have the talent that the guards of today
Today,
have,
of course, of course.
which is true in a way. But
Mhm.
then again, man, you got to look back, man. MJ is like the greatest player ever, man, skill wise. And these guards back then that he was going against, they wasn't working out hard as him. Is that his fault? No,
No, I
that's
mean, he
not
also had God-given talent too, so they could have been working as
right.
hard as him, and they still wouldn't have been better than Jordan. To
Right.
be fair,
And it's
the only way I think you can measure that, or even begin to measure it, is you look at the roster, night in, night out. How many people at that position do you really got to say, all right, I really got to lace them up and guard them?
yeah,
Versus, no, they're gonna get their buckets, but they're not about to beat me. Like look at look
uh,
at the last couple of years, Lakers and Portland. Everybody, every time, oh, Portland's gonna how them series end. It started off competitive first couple games, and then it was like, nope, Portland's clearly not on that level. So I think sometimes you can look at it and be like, oh, they got a good player, but again, it comes down to team too.
mhm,
So and again, Jordan was the best player in the league for sure, and also happened to be on the best team in the league.
uh, and crazy that it happens to have the second best player in the league at that time,
Right.
Scottie Pippen, man. That's
The
crazy, bro.
people sleep on, and I don't understand it. Have you ever seen Scottie Pippen highlights alone? Just the highlight, because remember,
Yeah,
I'm born
yeah,
in '94, so
he a
I didn't really
dog, bro.
watch
Yeah,
Jordan.
we born the same year, fam.
Right. So me remembering seeing Jordan actually play was him in Washington. Um, but like if you even just look at the highlights, like a highlight clip alone, you look at it and you be like, yo, Pippen was not a slouch. It
Mm-mm.
wasn't like, oh, he's a okay number two. Like he was in my opinion, the best option to go along with him because he can do almost everything Jordan can do. And you can argue maybe better defensively, definitely a better passer. So it's like, you know, he had his
Yeah,
Shaq. He had his Shaq for his day.
yeah,
I'll say that.
yeah,
Kobe had Shaq, Jordan had Pippen.
yeah. Because
You
I
know,
prefer, uh, I prefer Pippen to take on like the bigger guys,
mhm.
because
He's a
he can.
hybrid.
Yeah, because he can guard from the point guard all the way to the center.
And you think about it
I can't
today,
say that for Jordan though. I can't.
I think Jordan could he wouldn't get washed, but like clearly you would rather have Pippen guard the bigger person just
Right.
because physically he's going to be able to do more. Like, and Jordan being your main scorer, you don't want to tire him out. At least if
Hmm.
you're thinking today's game, like you're going to think that way. All right, we'll use Pippen, we'll use him to D and run the offense and let Jordan score all game. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been interesting, man, if they was to play together in this time of age. Because if you think about it, like back in those days, bro, you can't have all these strategies like that, man. It was only man to man defense.
Mhm.
You couldn't play zone. You couldn't do the 2-3, the 3-2, all of that stuff, bro. And obviously you couldn't clog the paint.
Right. Do you think that would show? I don't think there's actual any weakness in Jordan's game, but do you think that would expose a weakness in his game? Because I mean, he did at least early on. I mean, he was scoring out of his mind, but kind of the thing was let him score because his team
Yeah.
wasn't going to do much compared to him. So, do you think there would be any weakness exposed?
No, not necessarily. Like to me, his biggest weakness, and it's really not a weakness, but to me, his biggest weakness is the three ball.
Mhm,
He couldn't really hit the three ball consistently in some aspect, but he was an incredible mid range shooter.
mhm, of course.
Of course, a mid range shooter, and he's just like a crazy finisher, bro. Dunking on your head, he can switch from the right and finish it off with the left, vice versa.
Mhm.
Turn around, spin, do it from behind the back, all this stuff, crazy, bro, and have the hang time to do it, bro.
Anytime was crazy. I did
Hang,
see a clip though of him a couple of days ago, and he was like, and this is him when he was younger and he was playing. He was like, I could be a better shooter, but I don't really focus on it. And it really, the reason why he said he didn't focus on it is because he didn't want the mindset of he said, once you become a shooter, you're standing around, you're waiting for the ball. And the way I like to play, I like to attack. So I don't want to put myself in that position and start getting that mindset of waiting for the game to come to me or waiting for the pass. Like, I'm going to go get it. And when I saw that, I was like, that makes total sense.
mm,
Again, I think there's times in a game where you can use that to your advantage for sure. At the very least, to potentially get easy buckets. But again, I mean, it's still tough because you look at people like Ray Allen, you look at Steph, you look at Reggie, look at all the screens they're going through. Have if you ever done any type of exercise and run around, just looking at them when you see the ISO camera, all the
yeah,
screens they're running through, that makes me tired just watching this. And then to shoot, it's hard to shoot when you're tired.
oh, it is, bro.
So I mean, I wouldn't say it's easy, but I can understand where he's coming from.
That is it's especially tiring, especially coming through a pick, bro.
You're getting bumped
On those guys, bro.
every time. You're
Like
getting
like
bumped.
a regular dude, it probably won't hurt as much or get you tired. But an athlete as big as those guys, man, you get hit by those guys, man, you gonna feel it.
Mhm.
You really gonna feel it, bro. And then also, I don't see it as much, but guards used to love to do post moves, like basically on the baseline of the ball. You don't see that a lot.
I think that's missing today completely. People talk about the mid range, but you
Uh,
got a great point. Like, first person I can think of right now, Kyrie. I've seen Kyrie go in the post, but I mean, obviously he's learned the game on his own. But I think that's also an influence from him watching Kobe.
right.
But other than that, I can't even think. Maybe if I say Chris Paul, but I can't think of a third guard that's like, oh, he's always in the post or he uses that as a weapon. I can't even think of a third guard.
Man, I can only name you like a good 8.
Hmm. In today's game,
Probably, yeah. That use it as well as Kobe and MJ.
who besides Chris Paul and Kyrie? And they're considered undersized,
Yeah,
especially
well
Chris Paul.
you got LeBron that uses it.
I'm talking about point guards though.
Oh, you talking about point guards?
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought you said guard. I'm thinking like point
Yeah.
guards, like
Oh, okay.
you
No,
know,
no,
the
no. I'm
90s
talking
back then
like
was
guards in general,
oh,
bro. Cause bro, man, they'll do
yeah.
some pop step, whatever.
It has faded for them too.
James Harden step back. James Harden don't even use it into his game, bro. I'm like, bro,
Uh,
these guys love shooting threes, bro.
oh man, yeah, I think people catching on to Harden that, or he just getting
Yeah.
a little older, and then
Yeah.
he's not as fast compared to the newer, younger people. But
But he was overweight, bro. He was
he
20
was,
pounds overweight,
he
and
was,
that
but he
and
did
that's how
lose. He did lose that weight pretty fast too.
he
He still
did.
probably wasn't in top shape, but he did lose some of the weight.
He did, and you can also see it in his game because once he what he loves to do,
Mhm,
I seen it a lot. Man, he does a size up dribble. He might he you know how these guards love to
mhm,
do the little twitches with their shoulders, they
mhm.
do the little twitch shoulders so he can get you off your feet and off balance, and then he'll explode to the
Yep.
basket, either explode to the basket or explode and do the step back,
Mhm.
which he didn't have that explosiveness, and I think it was due to like being overweight.
I mean, that definitely is going to play a role, but I still think, in general, I think we'll see it this season. He's not going to be.
Mhm.
I mean, he's still going to get his buckets. Don't get me wrong,
Oh yeah.
but I think in comparison, if you watch him enough, you'll see like, all right, maybe it's just athletic wise again because I don't know Zach age. He's got to be what, maybe 33 at the least. I just think people athletically are catching up, and possibly stronger too. Because I mean, I think it's a little, probably a little underrated, but James Harden is pretty strong. Like
Yeah.
he's a strong
Oh
finisher,
yeah.
so he just draws the contact like nobody else. But he's still pretty strong. So
He's strong physically as well, man.
mhm.
But let me ask you this, man. Do you think the rule change had an effect?
Well, the whole freedom movement, hand check, and all that stuff.
All that stuff that they
Oh,
changed this recent
oh,
season.
they changed. What they changed?
So basically, they
There's one
changed that.
rule that I know they changed, but I can't remember what it was right now.
Um, I believe you can't do hand checking. Plus, you can't offensive like you can't do any unnatural movements like how players used to do the pump fake and then they
Mhm.
throw their body at at
Yeah,
at a defender
yeah, that they changed. I think
once they
like
caught
two
them in the
seasons
air.
ago.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they
I
changed
can't
that.
remember. There's one.
Um,
I think this season was the first season they went to effect, and it was something that like isn't like happening every single play, but it's one of those. Man, I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but in general, yeah, these rules definitely affect the game. But it's just the players are smart, so they find a rule, they see the rule. How do we, quote unquote, break this rule? Like getting away with it, like manipulate the rule. Basically, that's what
yep,
Harden did. Only thing with Harden was, I- see, this I don't like the whole Harden, drawing the foul thing. And
yeah,
people say what the argument I'm about to make, people make for him. But the difference with Harden is, I feel like he was allowed to abuse the rule. Like he, compared to everybody else, got away with that call. Compared to everybody else who could do the same thing, maybe not as well, but they could do the same thing, and they let him get away with that rule so much more. Like it was completely, I felt like, unfair. Like to the point where players was like, remember LeBron did the whole behind the back thing? You could say that's a
yeah.
little showy, but it was actually making a point. Like, I know if I touch him, like it's gonna be. I think he did that to Chris Paul. It was one of the two, but it was still showing like I know
That,
y'all
that
gonna call it for him.
definitely changed hard. I remember that.
It was James Harden. Okay,
he,
yeah.
he had his hands behind his back because Harden was going crazy that game,
Yeah.
bro.
When you watching the game and and you could be like they're gonna call it, and they call it, and that happens multiple times. I think that's when it's kind of a problem.
Because I mean, literally every time he'll go to the hole, he'll
Yeah,
do his euro step, and as he going to into his second step, he'll grab onto somebody's arm, bro.
every
He'll have
time.
the ball in one hand, and with his other hand, he'll grab somebody's arm and then just go. I'm
And you
like,
can
how
see it. And
does?
it's not like the referees, for people who don't know, referees they actually work together as a team. So there's 3 refs. They actually during halftime will talk and all that stuff, and during the game, of course. But they
Right.
actually get graded on their performance for every game. So they actually are required to go over film, see the mistakes they made, see the calls they made that were good. And that was way before the 2-minute report a couple seasons ago. That's always been the thing. So if y'all are constantly able to see that, how are y'all still letting him get away with getting all those calls? Don't get me wrong. A lot of it he was being smart, but a good other portion of it was like, come on, yo, like that shouldn't even be a call. So stuff like that pisses me off. Like Shaq getting called. I get it. He's bigger than everybody else on the floor. It's not really his fault, but I can at least see how that kind of happens. But after a while, it's like you got to find some way to balance it, and it can't penalize him just because that's his talent. Same thing with James Harden. I'm not saying penalize him, but when he starts to abuse the rule, it's not fair. It's literally not fair.
Took them all the way to the conference finals.
Yeah, and that's the only place to get. You know why? Because then they start calling like it's supposed to be in the playoffs.
Oh,
and
man.
he can't get away with this. No, that's not working today.
That's crazy. I think it was that one year, bro. He was so close, man. I believe it was that year. When Kawhi Leonard went to the Toronto.
That was the years they missed all them threes in that final game.
Yeah, and they needed if they would have won that, man, they probably could have beat Toronto, bro. Cause they was really good, bro. It was just that it was just the Warriors was too much with the scoring, bro.
Yeah. That was the year they was like, we built to beat the Warriors. Got their chance. They didn't even get the chance. I don't think they got a chance to even play against them because they lost.
No, they did play against them and they lost. Yeah. Oh. Curry and Clay just went crazy, bro.
I remember Draymond being like, all right, y'all calling us out. Now do y'all job. And clearly they didn't, but that was sad.
I believe
which one is worse? Which one is worse? That game, them missing all them threes to lose, or the Suns this postseason going down damn near by 40? Or being down by 40.
That's the worst, bro. Nobody would have expected that, bro.
Number 1 seed. That is crazy.
And you know, I almost put them on my ticket, bro. I almost put them on my ticket, and something told me not to do it. I ended up picking the Bears.
God said, "Don't do it, my child. Don't do it."
Thank God, because boy, I didn't
see
that coming.
You keep that 250 for yourself. Buy something nice.
Oh
my gosh, yeah, I heard that. I didn't even watch that. I saw some of it, but when I heard that, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Oh, that's what it was. I got home, turned on the game, and I saw the score, and I was like, "This looking like 2K numbers right now."
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
Man,
how do you sleep at night after something like that, bro?
I don't know. And this the must-win game too. At that,
every chance, and I've never seen so many trips down the court and then misses, and like horrible misses, or just flat out like just trash. That was his last chance. I don't think Chris Paul, another one.
Man, I was rooting for him, man, when they played the Bucks, bro. I was like, they was up like 2-0. And then you let these guys come back, beat you 4 in a row. I was like, man, bro, it's.
And remember, Chris Paul had that amazing game before. He had that perfect game, the game before. So I'm like, oh man, another 2K game. It was another 2K perfect game, and then they followed up with just absolute one of the worst games in a Game 7 ever.
Man, bro, it's crazy, bro. And he's like one of the, like, man, a guy with that talent, man, he's amazing. Him and LeBron, man, to be so like into the game as much as they are, with how long they've been playing, bro, to still be so good at a high level, man, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's only 1 year behind LeBron, right?
Yeah. I think he's 36, 37. No, he's 37, I believe.
He might be older. Because remember, LeBron came out at 18, so he
Yeah,
played at
yeah,
least
but
1 year at Wake Forest for Chris Paul.
yeah, you know what? Because remember LeBron came in 03 and Chris Paul came 04.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, LeBron could be older, but it's just like you said, for them both to be at the age, you hear about LeBron all the time. But like Chris Paul, the last couple of years, he went vegan and stuff, and lost a lot of weight and got in good shape. Whatever he doing, Kyle Lowry need to call him up right now and talk to him.
Facts. Do that.
That injury killed us, man.
And
well, it didn't help.
And plus, get with his dribbling coaches and all that, man. Because boy, man, I seen Chris Paul pull up some moves I ain't never think he could do, man. You know that saying, man, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but he learned these tricks, bro, and he just been killing these little kids, bro.
Don't be pulling out the sham god in the paint, fade away.
Facts. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Chris Paul.
And he do these little moves to get to his spots, like especially his favorite spot to be at is the elbow of the free throw.
And you know he's going there. And
you know he's going
again and again. They're not stopping it. Every time. I was like, you know how good you got to be playing against professional players who know where you want to go? You get there and you still get your shot off. Like, that just shows you how good he is.
Unbelievable, bro. Oh, man, bro.
Oh, man. I want Chris Paul to get a ring, man. I'm really sad he don't get one.
It sucks, man, because I'm thinking they might break up that whole team, man. Crowder might end up leaving.
I think
Crowder might end up leaving.
Crowder.
They just lost Ayton. Ayton went to the Pacers. Yeah. He left. He left. He went to Pacers.
I'm conflicted because I feel like he was a solid piece for them, and they clearly. I'm not gonna. It's not my place to say they didn't value him, but obviously they didn't value him enough to keep him or want to keep him like that. But there's a hole there. I don't know who else they're gonna get to try and. I mean, D Book just really gonna have to take over now, and we see that don't really go so well with that team. So,
I mean, I feel like in his situation he didn't feel valued by them because they didn't at first. Before that season, he wanted an extension. Before that, this previous season, they wouldn't give it to him. So
he's kept him waiting.
Man, kept him waiting. So he was like, "Man, I'm gonna get this check. Pacers trying to pay me a whole bunch of bread. I'm going there." And I also feel that way about PJ Tucker. That's why I'm not too mad about it. I'm not too mad about it.
I'm mad we let him go. There's no reason why we should let him go.
Yeah, but if you look at it, bro, nobody's paying that much for a person that's 37 years old. He's 37 going to 38. You know what I'm saying? And who knows when his body gonna break down? You know what I'm saying? And plus, if you're PJ Tucker and they're trying to give you 38 million versus the 7 million that you owe, you gotta take it, bro.
I'm not mad at him. I mean, I guess we can't have two quote unquote culture guys, him and UD, but I feel like he clearly shown he has something that will help the team, like no matter where he goes.
Bro, he helped us a lot, man. I love him to death. He definitely he's definitely supposed to be in a culture like this, bro.
Dogs, y'all already got dogs. I just had to bring the dogs out of them.
Love him to death, bro.
Yeah. Get your money, PJ. I ain't mad at it.
Bro, it's not too many people like him, bro, in the league, bro. It's not, bro. If you could get one of them boys like that, man, you going far.
Yeah. And they're gonna need it in Philly, so we'll see how that works out for them.
What do they have in Philly, man? Since we on that subject now, they got
Harden.
They got Harden. What's the point guard's name? What is his name, bro? Hold on, I'm gonna look that up for us, bro, because he was going crazy on us, bro. Hey,
I can't
oh my
remember
god,
right
how I forget this man's name, bro? I be talking about him all the time, bro. He's so young and gifted, bro.
Let me see. I'm pulling
Uh,
up research.
I gotta get our research in. I don't know why I forgot this man's name, bro. Maxi, that's his name.
It's like Travis Maxey.
Travis Maxi, bro.
That's it,
Oh
right?
my
Travis
goodness, bro.
Maxey. Okay.
Facts.
Yeah.
So they got they
I don't.
got they got Joel Embiid, their best player. James Harden, the second best player.
I don't
Maxi,
think
that
they
can
going
potentially
anywhere,
be.
bro. Let's be real. We seen Harden and the big man. We seen Harden, him being the only person who scores. Now we'll see Harden with a big man who, in my opinion, should actually score more than Harden. I think they'll win if he's the one. If Joel is the one scoring more than Harden, because Harden can score in his sleep. But I think for the way that team is set up, you want Harden to be getting the easy buckets and get Joel to get the hard buckets, because then it's only going to make it easier for Harden to get those other points versus, all right, let's just focus on Harden and let him shoot. And as long as we shut Joel down, like, we ain't got to worry. That's what they're going to do.
My thing is, bro. With Harden, you have to get him the ball, bro. The ball has to be in his hands versus him going around the screen or whatever,
He's not
uh,
doing that.
or getting set up for that. He's not doing that, and he can't do that. And it's too late for him to learn that because he's up in age.
He could learn it, but I don't think he would do it anyway because he'll be like, that's not
No,
my game. Which
that's
I get
not,
it.
bro. It's
I've seen Harden play, not in person, of course, but
uh,
I can't think of a time where I seen him like we talked about earlier, running off a screen.
uh, he
I can't
ain't
even
doing
think of
that.
one play.
He ain't doing that.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I can't even think of one play. He's
He ain't
all
doing
ISO or, like you said, the shoulder bop and step back. Like, he's not. Yeah,
it.
that's not his game, and that's only going to make
It's,
it harder. And Joel's going to get frustrated
uh,
because he's going to be like, "Give me the ball," which I feel like he deserves it, but we'll see.
okay. Oh man, TJ, let me ask you this, man. Tell me a player that you dislike. Tell me a player that you think is underrated, and a player that you think is overrated.
Uh,
And tell me your favorite player. Give me four
well,
players.
that last question is easy. It's LeBron.
Okay.
So my favorite player is LeBron.
Okay.
So that's simple. A player that's
Overrated.
overrated. I gotta think about teams now. I'll throw some names. I'll tell you if I who I think is most overrated.
Okay.
Overrated. I think. Oh, this is an easy target, but I think Paul George is a little overrated.
Why so?
I think just because of the trajectory that he was on, especially if you're going back to those Miami Heat days and Indiana,
Mhm.
that matchup. And I think at that time he was on for what people were saying he was or thought he would be. I think people were right, and I don't even think it's like the injury that made him not be where people think he should have been. I just
Mhm.
think in general, like, that was always going to be the case. Like, I don't think he like flamed out or anything, but I just think he's not a number one. Like, he can be a number one, but he's not going to be the number one to make you win it all. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who can be a number one, but if they're your number one to win it all, no. Him being a number two to Kawhi, I think is okay, but even there, I think they need a solid third person. Now, if you got Paul George for your number three, that's as good as it gets. Number 2, it just
Mm.
depends on who he's number 2 to. If he's number 2 to LeBron, LeBron can make that work. Well, that's unfair because LeBron can make almost anything work. But just to give you the idea,
I can't say that. I can't say
almost
that.
he can make.
I
Well,
can't say
clearly not Westbrook, but he needs a shooter. That's a whole nother thing.
that,
Westbrook is not a shooter.
that's another one that's overrated. Westbrook.
There we go. Westbrook is definitely overrated. I've never thought Westbrook was. I have a one friend I went to high school with, and I see him on Facebook, and to this day, he is still a Westbrook fan. Every post is just like Westbrook,
Wow.
Westbrook. I'm like, how can you watch what he did last season? And I only watch the Lakers because LeBron. How could you watch that and be like, oh, he's still Westbrook. Don't get me wrong, but also, how many pro players you seen shoot the corner bank shot and hit the top of the backboard that many times wide open? That makes no sense.
Crazy, bro.
I
was
won't
just
even do that
looking
if
at a
I tried right
highlight,
now.
bro. They show like more than 12 highlights of him doing that, bro. This here in the top of the backboard, bro. Either the top or the side. Nothing here in the rim, bro.
If they playing it one by one, after a while, it's got to be you. Like, there's not that much manipulation in the world. Like, those are just straight you making horrible shots. So Westbrook is definitely overrated. I feel like there's one more I think is probably overrated. But what was the other one? You said someone who is underrated?
Someone who is underrated, who you think is underrated. You can give me one. You can give me more players.
Underrated.
That nobody talks about a lot, but
oh man, who?
But you think he's that dude? Like he can be an all-star one day.
So now I got to do my.
Well, I'm gonna give you one, man, and you
give me yours.
You tell me, man. But I'm thinking Anthony Edwards. I think he's truly underrated, bro.
I don't think he's underrated necessarily, but I think his future is so bright and he's actually fun to watch.
Right.
He is really fun to watch. I can't help but think Jordan every time I see him. He
That's
looks
what
like Jordan, play like Jordan. It's crazy.
Yo, people was saying I was crazy to say, man, in a couple of years, man, give that man 3-4 years to learn his system or whatever system they trying to build around him. He's gonna be a top 5 shooting guard, bro.
The way he attacks is crazy. He could shoot the 3 pretty decent. And if he keeps the mid game just getting better each year, bro, like it's gonna be real hard to stop him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real hard to stop him. I can't wait to see how he turns out. Because Anthony Edwards is definitely he a baller. He good. I like him.
Yeah, him. I also like and man, this I don't know what's up with him, man. He's been very disrespectful lately, bro.
Who's that?
But I like Devontae Murray, bro. I think he's underrated as well. But for some reason, man, he's been out here hating on the rookies. With just one rookie, man. Your boy that's playing for the Orlando Magic. I don't know why they beefing. What that's about, man? But they posted like some back. They was going back and forth on Twitter.
The number 1 draft pick.
Yeah, number 1. He was saying he was flexing that pick or whatnot, man. You need to stay humble.
But you went number 1. You went number 1. Like you can't take that away from somebody.
Man. My boy said, "Hey, look here, bro. If you mad, you mad, but don't send no double teams. Play me 1-on-1 when you see me."
It's good trash talk, but
he didn't say that, but I'm just paraphrasing what it basically.
I do have I think well, you said underrated. All right, this kind of the negative. This is another one who I think is a little overrated. I think Trae Young is a little overrated. Trae Young to me is a little overrated.
Okay.
I think just because of what they were projecting him to be, and not even the Curry comparison, because he can shoot, but I think he has the fire and all that stuff. Maybe he just haven't found his match as far as like a teammate wise. but I don't see anything that's like, oh man, they really not like. I don't see it yet. I don't see it.
Man,
Maybe that's me, but I don't see it yet.
you might kill me for this, man.
Uh-oh.
A lot of people kill me for this,
Uh-oh.
but I think Giannis is overrated, bro.
Overrated?
Overrated,
Yeah,
bro.
you wildin'.
Overrated.
I will say this.
Let
Go
me
ahead,
tell
go
you
ahead, go
why.
ahead,
Let
go
me
ahead.
tell you why. Let me
Mhm.
tell you why. He only has 3 moves. He only has 3 moves, bro. And they ain't too crazy. He's not that well of a dribbler compared to what he wasn't when he's a rookie. When he was a
Mhm.
rookie, bro, he was a good dribbler. He can
Mhm.
shoot the 3 ball really well. When I say really
I
well,
saw the highlights. He
he was a
actually was
great.
knocking him down. Yeah.
He was knocking down shooters, and he can do the free throws for you.
He put
Now
20 pounds of muscle on though.
exactly my point.
But he
My
needed to, yo. He couldn't be that
my
tall and that skinny.
my point, and that's messed up his shooting,
Overrated?
which is broken. He's not that good at free throws.
No, it's not.
No,
But
so
he's the modern day kind of big man. I mean, like
I
he's the closest Shaq you getting right now.
no, I don't think he's better than Anthony Davis or your or Joel Embiid. I don't think he's better than Jokic.
If I had to pick who I'm taking out of all those, give me Giannis. The only person second I would say is give me AD, but AD is always hurt. And sometimes you just watch and it's like sometimes he just falls into the background. And I don't understand that. But yeah, give me I'm on record. I'm on Facebook. I got the memories, everything. I said he's gonna be next up.
I give you that, man. When it comes to the health ability, but me, man, I'm taking skill over anything, bro. Skill and
Yeah, you're gonna have the
toughness, bro.
skill, but if you ain't there, you can't use your skill. Look at Kyrie. Kyrie, one of the most skilled players ever, but he ain't playing. What is that gonna help? Skill sitting down in street clothes, skill sitting in the crib. Like you need them skills on the court.
And that's the thing too, man. So he took his COVID test or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Took a COVID test, came out negative. He got vaccinated and whatnot. He's coming. He's coming to the games. No. Kyrie. Kyrie's coming to the Brooklyn games.
Oh, he got vaccinated.
Yeah. He got vaccinated.
So he wound up getting vaccinated.
He wound up getting vaccinated. Yep.
When was that?
This was like. There was
like
right after. Yeah, right after they traded Harden. Like 3 weeks after they traded Harden. He was coming. He was coming to the games vaccinated. I guess, man. So my thing is, if he's coming to the game and he's clear to play, why is he not playing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know for a while he was coming to the games,
but let me say,
a visitor.
Let me say this: they said he was vaccinated, but on the other side, people were saying he's not vaccinated. So if he's not vaccinated, why is he near his teammates, knowing that he could get COVID? Yeah, and he's coming to the games with no mask, none of that, bro. And y'all let this guy in the building.
To your point, he had to be something because last season, not last season before that, I tried to take a trip to Barclays when J. Cole had a concert there, and I wasn't vaxxed or anything, and I couldn't even get in. And they said it was basically visitors could get in. That's the whole thing. We're not even gonna go there, but yeah. So to your point, that's the same place. So he must have maybe had something.
Something has to go on. I don't know either, man. But if you guys saying that he's not vaccinated, why is he in the building near his team? Which doesn't make sense. Either he's vaccinated or he isn't. And if he is vaccinated, why is he not playing? That's so confusing to me, bro.
He had all that time off. They probably was like, we'll wait to, because they normally won't just throw you in a game, and he was
Yeah,
definitely getting away with the away games because a lot of the other places in the country was like, doesn't matter. So, but still, he was around his teammates. So, yeah, that was a crazy time. But
because usually if you're not vaccinated, bro, you're not coming around our team.
right,
That's what
you're not messing up the money.
No, you're not
Not
messing up
messing
the
up the money.
money, bro. They don't care who you is. Oh man, but yeah, bro, man, Giannis, bro. I just
I'm sure
and
you think
don't
he's
get
so
me wrong.
overrated.
He's a great player, bro.
You
I'm
think
not
he's
saying.
overrated, or you think people overrate him? I know that's kind of the same thing, but I
Oh,
think you know what I mean.
okay. Let me say that I think people overrate him.
Okay. I know that sounds dumb, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
is it his actual game you think is overrated, or you think just people hype him up too much?
too much, bro. I think they hype him up too much.
I think he earned the hype. Clearly, I think he earned the hype that he got.
Because I believe in my heart that he's a great defensive player, bro.
Okay.
Right, but when it comes to offense, bro, no, I don't, bro. I don't,
I
bro.
mean, he's not gonna give you a
He
step
he
back three like
he
Harden,
he,
but I mean,
he,
boy proved he could get a bucket
he's
now.
average, man. I say a B minus with the offense, bro.
Oh, hey, homie
If
gave him a
if
50 piece, not
if
49,
anything, man, me
not
personally,
51. Mhm.
me personally, bro. Look, stay under the basket, bro, and dominate, bro. Because I believe he's unstoppable when he's under the basket. Now, when he doing all this other stuff like perimeter wise, no,
Well, how else he
unless you're
gonna get his
gonna
drive to the basket? There's not that many people can stop him drive to the basket. The Heat,
no,
the Heat stopped him a couple times, but
that's
not
that's
many.
that's that's true, man. But you got to be with him. You got to have a team that's disciplined to build a wall and play help defense, which
Right.
too many teams are not. They don't have the
You can't do.
personnel to and can't do because the dude is for his size. He's fast for his size, man.
So I'm saying you got to use that to your advantage.
Yep. And I believe he's leading the league in offensive fouls for just running into folks. I
But I said I
could be
wouldn't be
wrong.
surprised if he didn't dunk.
I didn't check the stats, y'all, but I believe so, bro. Because he get like 3-4 a game.
Yeah, that's the risk you take, though.
Yeah.
He just gotta keep getting his shot in a post game. Either one, he definitely need the post game because I mean, as he gets older, he's gonna need to be able to rely on that.
But I do respect the fact that he does take his shots, even though it's bad to me. It's bad shots, but he's willing to take the shot. Freaking Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons won't even attempt to take a
Oh,
shot, bro.
another overrated player, Ben Simmons,
Overrated. Yes,
overrated.
overrated,
And I'm not
bro.
even just gonna go in because of the shooting. I think that early comparison to him and LeBron, I can see what they're trying to say, but like, bruh, you got to do a lot more than just play a little bit defense and be able to pass the ball before you can start getting a comparison to LeBron, in my opinion.
No, man. Compared to
LeBron
him
can
and
run and clean.
LeBron, compared to him, man, LeBron is like a Steph, bro. God, dog,
Yeah,
because this man's horrible, bro, when it comes to shooting.
definitely stuff.
LeBron can shoot from the logo, bro.
Man, he got the old clips of him doing it too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh my man, I used to miss it when he was playing for us, bro. Oh man, them used to be the days.
I got a question. So I
Uh,
see a lot of your posts, and sometimes I see it. You be going in on Bron. I'll be like, yo, where is this coming from? What be up with that? What be up with the
bro,
Bron hate sometimes, man?
I just
Is
don't
it
like his game no more, bro.
because he's not playing for us though?
No, I wouldn't say that. A lot of people would say that, A lot
I
of
don't
people
know.
say
Your face was
that.
like, I don't want to admit it. You
A
got a
lot of
little,
people
you
say
got a little
that,
skip moment.
but look, man, the Heat with LeBron is better than the LeBron that we see now.
Yes, but what was peak
Even
LeBron?
LeBron before he even LeBron before he went to the Heat was incredible, bro.
But what was peak LeBron? Miami or Cleveland after Miami?
Miami.
A lot of people say that, but I have to say
Miami.
peak LeBron to me was Cleveland LeBron after Miami. Only because I feel like that's exactly where his ability, physical ability, and his mental for the game were at the highest level they would be ever with each other. Again, there was a series where they were playing the Raptors. Actually, it was a series where they took out the number one seed, the Atlanta Hawks, wiped the floor with them. I think a sweep. I think it was a sweep. Then they played, I don't know the exact order, but they played obviously two more teams. But one of them was the Raptors. And when I tell you, I've never seen a player, like you said about Chris Paul, repeatedly come down and just score like he was playing with a bunch of kids. He was spinning around, left hand floater off the glass, like just shots that didn't even look like he was trying. I literally remember watching that game being like, yo, he literally is like the best player on the floor right now. Like he's not even trying. You can, and this is a playoff game, second round. It was, yeah. To me, that was peak LeBron. To me.
Okay.
And physically, but you got to go with Miami. He'll knock you down.
Bully.
He'll jump over you.
That boy was a villain, bro.
We've seen it. He'll jump over you.
I love that LeBron so much, bro. And he'll look you in the eye and like, yeah, it's me.
Ain't nothing you can do about it,
bro. I remember that moment, man, when they played the Celtics, bro. And he just got tired. You can see it in his eyes, bro. He just like, I got to take this team down. They've been beating me for so long, bro. It's time now. Came down and dunked on Terry, bro, and just stared him down.
I saw that live.
I see.
Homie fell over like a dummy at 2K said.
It's like,
stared him down.
His soul and his career just left that night.
I seen Jason Terry talk about that, and he was like, I don't even want to talk about that. It's dirty. Norris Cole off the glass. Stop playing. The way he fell, he said, did him dirty. The jet has landed. Crash landing at that.
You can't even come to a talk show, bro. Somebody gonna bring it up.
Yo, every time, as they should. They dirty. Did him dirty. They shouldn't have given him a tech for that, by the way.
Oh my goodness, bro. And what's funny, bro, they set it up so good, bro.
It was people forget, it was a 3-man alley-oop. Because they got the steal. I think Wade passed it to LeBron. Bron passed it to Cole. I think Cole did it off the glass. Then Bron dunked it, if I'm correct. Well, I seen it play a bunch of times, but
man, you might.
Jason Terry just got caught. He's done.
Bro, I'm gonna look that up, bro. Oh my goodness, bro.
Oh man, did him dirty. He should have just backed out the way.
Yeah. Bro, that was a great series too. I believe wasn't that the series where Rondo was playing with one arm?
I'm not 100% sure it could have been, but
bro, Rondo was a beast too that series, bro. If
not now, but I think Rondo's been underrated his whole career. I've
that's another one. That's another. Yeah, he underrated, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's very underrated.
Just his feel for the game as a point guard, and remember, he got better as a shooter. Because he couldn't shoot at all. But his creativity, getting to the basket, getting open, his passes was crazy. There were certain players growing up that I was like, yo, if they ever played, like I wish they played with LeBron. He was one of them. Dwight was one of them. And there maybe was a few more, but them two were like two that was like, I wish. Of course, I wish it was more in the prime, especially for Dwight. That would have been scary, but we saw what a Rondo and LeBron could do when they were in the bubble, and Rondo had that breakout game. Really had a good series, but one of the games he just went off, and I was like, they're both smart and they can make it happen.
Shoot, I got it. I got it for us. I got the play for us, man. Let me post it up.
Oh, you bring it up?
I'm gonna bring it up, bro.
Oh, production value through the roof. Let's go.
Damn.
Let's
got
see
it right here, man.
They got the steal.
From behind takes it away.
Oh, it's Mario Chalmers. Okay, there's a lob, not off the glass.
The bro just stared bro down, bro.
They should have never gave him that catch, bro. Look at the face. He didn't even do nothing. It's just an innocent body. You want to see a dead body?
Like he jumped out of the mezzanine to dunk this ball. Just watch as they lay it up there. Watch this.
Woo. Look, he just laid there. Help me up.
That's sending it down with some power.
Look at that.
That's
Terry
crazy,
at the other end,
bro.
correctly called.
In the rim,
technical
bro.
foul for taunting on James, although he said nothing.
That wasn't
taunting.
He just embarrassed
If you were
him.
in the schoolyard,
He's
you'd
just
understand that going down. But they
all right.
have tried for many years.
How you gonna do that, man?
In some way, shape, or
Ruin a
form.
perfect play.
As a sportsmanship forum that kids at home are getting their impressions of basketball from these guys.
Yo, Spo look mad young, bro.
For sure.
Oh my goodness, bro. That was
that play was crazy, bro.
Loved it, bro. Loved it.
Did him dirty. He should have just gave it up, man. He know better. I know he think about that every so often when he sleep. He just have a nightmare, just getting dunked on.
I can imagine, man. People probably ask him about that every day to this day, bro. Probably asking them as we talking. I would hate that,
I got a
bro.
ring. I got a ring. Yeah, but you still got dunked on.
What was that like, bro? You by yourself. Everybody on your team on the other side of the court just looking at you.
Right.
Play defense on 4 players with no help, bro.
Yo, he got up like Kevin Hart. Tell me they ain't jumping me. They ain't jumping me right now.
Bro,
man. I would have just laid there.
It's like your back is against the wall.
His back is against the hardwood. That's what it's against. That boy turned into a pancake.
Oh my god, bro, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh, bro. LeBron did him so dirty. LeBron got a few posters like that though, man.
Bro, crazy, bro. It was one game, man. He jumped over a dude, bro. I forgot who it was.
It was
do you remember?
Yeah, the dude played in Chicago. He was like 5 something.
Okay.
But yeah, the ball dude, something with a C, I think his last name was. I think he's a son of a former player or something like that. But yep, I'll never forget that. He caught the alley-oop over him, dunked it.
Yeah, because I believe LeBron was coming off the corner of the he was like in the corner, and somebody came up and threw the alley, bro. And he just jumped over dude and finished it, bro. I was like, yeah, this dude on one, bro.
Yeah, I think his last name started with a C, but it was like something Junior or something like that. Because he wasn't in the league that long. He was on Chicago on the Bulls.
I was like, thank you, God, man, because him and Wade was made to play together, man.
Bro,
like, no.
When they first got together and you saw them running the floor and the alley-oops, that was the first time I ever seen like an actual triple double alley-oop in like real life. I was like, oh, so you could do this outside of a video game. It's crazy.
Even the video games, they unstoppable, man. I remember every 2K from that time to all the way when they ended, bro. It was nothing but Miami Heat. Nobody wanted to play with anybody else, bro.
I got the Heat.
I was like, man, look, man,
you don't even like the Heat.
You don't even like the Heat, man. Who's their bench? Who's the third string? Answer the boy, Chris.
I damn near knew the whole team, bro.
Bro, they was so good on the video game. The freaking second squad can be starters, bro, with anybody, bro. It's so crazy, bro. I love that shooters. Nothing but, bro. It's sad we couldn't find no like great center. Oh my goodness, man. They had a center, bro. We talk about more than two.
It would have been hard to find a center that would have complimented everybody.
Yeah.
He would have to get out the way, really. Let's see if I can find his name. John Lucas the third. That was his name. John Lucas. Yeah. Like I said, I know he was like 5 something because he was really short. It was on Chicago. I put LeBron jumps over. I saw John Lucas the third.
Goodness, bro. I thought Greg Oden was gonna be something for us, man. But the injuries kept injuring him.
Yeah,
it just kept putting them out. I was like, damn, bro.
I feel like for Miami, that's been the story. It's like either we get somebody who is undrafted or everybody slept on, somehow they do well with us, or we get somebody who's like, all right, this could be your redemption, and it's like, nope, they like just break down.
It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
We had what was his name? Not Danny Green. He used to play on the Pacers. Daniel Green. His last name's not Green. Danny Granger.
Danny Granger. Okay. Another great player.
He was balling, and I thought, all right, he's in Miami, and then he just I guess his body just fell apart or whatever it was. But I thought that was going to be. You forget we had Lamar Odom back in the day. I think we had Jamal Mashburn. We had a lot of talent come to Miami.
Well, who you think is like the top organizations right now?
Top organizations. Brooklyn's definitely not up there. New York's definitely not up there.
Oh hell no! That's like D words. Like if you go to the Knicks, bro, your career is pretty much over before it started.
They're the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA.
Like, bro, like they have more problems off the court than they do on the court, man. It's crazy, bro.
The problem is they try to get somebody and think it's going to just turn the whole franchise around. That's not how it works at all. But if we're talking top organizations, can't argue Golden State, of course. I think you have to mention, I'd say Phoenix, just because of their stretch of not being good, to me, hasn't been that long. So you think about how they are now from being the number 1 seed, a couple seasons in a row, I believe. And then going back to their time with Nash, like there wasn't that long of a drop off. Maybe around the time when PJ Tucker was there and Gerald Green and what's his name? The dude, he wound up playing in Milwaukee for a little bit too. The point guard, real hefty dude. Like short, stocky dude. I can't think of his name right now, but
shoot. So,
I think you know what I'm talking about. Dark skinned dude.
Not Mayo. Is it Mayo?
No. I can't think of his name right now, but basically, I think their time has been pretty decent. Any other team from there, I would say. I'm not a Dallas fan. Dallas, you always hear players and fans talking about how good just the organization is in general. So I'm not going to argue it because even I hear players who don't play for Dallas say that. Maybe it's just because some of the perks they get, but they must be doing something. And then I think right now, you got to say Milwaukee. I mean, they seem to be. They got the pieces they needed for Giannis. Listen, they got the pieces they needed for Giannis. Organizational wise, they got the players they were supposed to get. I'll say that.
Okay.
But other than that, I think that's well, of course us. Because I mean, our turnaround from LeBron, we're the only team LeBron left that we didn't immediately play like complete, crap. So he left Cleveland. They literally worst team in the league. So we're definitely in that mix.
To me, it got to be it's us, the Celtics. I think
they're in good hands. They're definitely in good
hands. I can't say the Spurs, man. The Spurs they used to be all right, but
I think they're a good organization, but right now they clearly need to find some type of competitiveness with a draft pick or something. I don't know. They got to figure it out.
They got to, man. Definitely the Warriors. The Warriors is they're gonna be good for a couple years, man.
Yeah.
My only thing, once Curry, Clay, and Draymond leave, will Steve Kerr still be that good coach that everybody thinks he is?
He clearly will have the experience, but it's gonna be real tough for him because now he's gonna have to rely on the talent, and all your talent's out the door. So unless they really keep building up the young players, and remember, people talk about the young players. The young players only develop so good there. I'm not gonna take anything away from the staff, but again, when you got players like Draymond, you got Curry, you got Clay, like how will they not develop? You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be hard for them not to develop. So once you don't have that talent there to kind of, trickle that down to them, then we'll see, is that organization really developing players or is it just the star players helping to develop other players?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. 100%. Man. But let's talk about the worst.
The worst. It's that time.
It's that time, man. We on demon time with it, guys.
Oh man.
The worst. I'm gonna say Sacramento Kings, and the reason why they get all this talent, bro. They pick Cousins. They pick who else did they pick, man? I believe they picked my boy from the Suns, man, Devin Booker. I believe they picked him and they traded him.
Okay.
They end up trading him.
What happened to De'Aaron Fox?
Fox is another one, good one. He's still with the team. Man,
I know.
They
I
can't do nothing with
him in the league sometimes, to be honest with you. I don't know. I can't tell you the last headline I've even heard about the Sacramento Kings. I can't tell you the last time I heard, De'Aaron Fox had 19 assists or 15. I don't know nothing. It's like you don't hear anything about them at all. It's crazy. Like I'd rather be a good team or a bad team than my team. You get like no coverage.
It's they don't even talk about Barnes no more. Barnes came from a championship team over there, killing it. They don't even talk about him, huh?
Scotty Barnes?
Not Scotty Barnes. No, the other Barnes, man.
Barnes from the Warriors.
Yeah, Barnes. They played for the Warriors.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah,
when I say he been balling, he's just been balling, bro. And they just can't win games, bro.
That's horrible. They have, and you don't even hear anything about like on the development side. Like, okay, this person getting better. You at least heard that about like LaMelo Ball, for instance, with the with the Hornets. Like, we know they're kind of trash, but it's like, all right, there's some excitement going on. I seen a couple games like, yo, they actually play a good winning basketball, and it's fun to watch. I can't even say that about, Sacramento Kings. So I don't know. Whatever their strategy is, they need to fix that, because only people supporting it right now is people from Sacramento. That's it.
Sucks is bad, man. They're bad. Pacers is just, I don't know what they doing. They sent Sabonis over there. I don't know why they did that. They trying to get rid of Turner. I guess it's not working out to their liking, because they gave away LeVert. They giving away Turner. Gave away Sabonis, and I believe TJ Warren is still with them. But
side note, isn't Buddy Hield still in Sacramento? Where did he get traded? Because the Lakers were going to get him originally 2 seasons ago from Sacramento. The first time.
He's with the Pacers still.
Okay, so he got traded to the Pacers.
Yeah, he got traded. Yep.
Okay.
He got traded in that Sabonis deal.
All right, so that's the last thing I heard about Sacramento. Then.
Yep. They traded him in this other guard that's supposedly supposed to be all right.
I'm surprised they got rid of Sabonis though, because Sabonis had some game winners. He was scoring. He was doing his thing.
That dude a dog, bro.
Yeah. I think some teams don't want to get better, to be honest. I think ownership is just like, hey, we got our fans, we're making our money. We're not even trying to push to be better right now.
True, but it's like different aspects to that too, man. I gotta remind people too. Players gotta want to play for you, man. Because I be looking at these fan bases, even our fan bases, like they'd be like, if like a star player, if like the Heat can get a star player, you gotta look at their shoes too. Do they even want to come here?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like, they have the money, they can do all this and that, but at the end of the day, if I'm a player and I see your team is not a team that can win me a championship, if I want to win a championship, I'm not coming there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like it's a job for them. So it's like, all right, I can do this job where I'm working overnights. I can do this job where I'm working 5 hours and get 4 days a week. Like, that's how it is for them. Can I party here? You can party in Miami, but the problem is you're going to be on one of the toughest teams that happen to be in the place that parties the most, which I think that's why it works. Keep the people out the trouble, keep them out the club, put in that work.
Oh man, that's what people just like. Oh, they this and that, man. If only the Heat would do this and that, man. Why is this not getting done? It's just, hey,
you can't make them sign.
You can't make them sign at all, bro. It's not that league anymore. Mm-hmm. Players can go where they want to go now.
A lot of players don't want to play that hard either.
No. It's crazy, bro. Either they play for the money or they play for a legacy now.
Mm-hmm. Either way, they got something at stake. That's for sure.
But shoot, man, we got like 15 minutes left, man. 15, 20 minutes left. So let me ask you this, bro.
Okay.
Who are the teams? Who are the few teams that you think is going to get really good and improve this season?
This season, I can tell you right now. See, I'm a visual person. I got to have all the teams. Just the logo. As soon as I see the logo, I'll know.
Okay.
So, teams that I think are going to actually get better. I'll start off with number 1, Boston. Now, I don't know if I mean, they already were pretty damn good, but I think they can get a lot better. Now, will that come through trades, draft picks? I don't know. But I think just by them getting to that finals together, seeing that Jason Tatum and Brown together, it can work. I think that's going to bring them to another level, in my opinion. I give you 3 teams.
Okay.
Who else? I don't believe in the Clippers at all. They're trash. Here's a sleeper. I think Dallas is going to be a bit better. I like Luka.
Yeah,
Luka already.
They just got my boy from the Houston.
Okay.
What's his name? They just got him, man. He's gonna be wonderful for them.
Mm-hmm. I think he already shown he can kind of carry the team, but I think they're gonna get. My best bet for them is that they just keep getting smarter in the way that they use Luka, so he don't burn out, basically. Because we've seen it, and it seems like he in the series, like he just burns out after a while. So they got to find a better scheme so he's not having to carry the load too much in crunch time, but they can at least rely on him. He's proven that. And for the sake of it, I'm not going to say our team, because right now I don't know what they're going to do unless we get another guard aside from Kyle Lowry. I don't know what's going to happen right now, but a third team that I think will get better.
I think they're going to improve. I don't think it's going to be like a big improvement. Like I'm just saying, like a team that's going to have like a big improvement towards this season. That's your thing, man. Yeah, like Dallas can have a big improvement since they acquired Christian Wood from the Houston, and they also acquired JaVale McGee from the Suns. So that's going to help. That's going to help him out a lot.
Oh wow, that's a good pick. That's a good pickup.
Yeah, that's a great pickup for them.
All right, the third one I'll give you is just an optimistic pick. I got no skin in the game with them, but I think Atlanta. I think them being able to run and gun more is going to take the ball out of Trae Young's hands, and I think that will benefit the team.
Okay.
You won't have to worry about just locking him up. He can actually move the ball around, and I think that will do a lot of wonders for that team. So I think that's the three teams.
That's interesting, man. The three teams for me, man, that I'm thinking is going to improve a lot, man. I'm going to go ahead and say, for one, New Orleans Pelicans, bro. If my boy Zion Williams can come back 100% healthy and kill it, boy, hey, they coming for the three top seeds. One of those, bro.
Top three in the West?
Yes.
Oh, you wildin'.
Yes.
I kept seeing the logo. I
they can be that.
I'm like,
they can be that good, bro. They can be that good, bro. Yes.
They still gonna have to be better than Phoenix.
They got CJ McCollum. They got Brandon Ingram. And you put Zion with that after what they did in the playoff, man, they was giving it to the Suns, bro. And they got that Australian center. Is he Australian? I don't know, man. But
he's from New Zealand, I think.
That boy nice, man.
I know you're talking about
that boy nice.
Steven Adams. Here we go.
No, not Steven Adams. I think Steven Adams is still with Memphis, correct?
Oh yeah, he did get traded. He's with Ja. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So, I don't even know who they got.
Them boys, they're gonna be great too. Them boys,
like Ja.
They just gotta stay healthy, bro. Stay healthy. Yeah. It was sad for them.
I think
they was this close to beating the Warriors, bro.
That wasn't gonna happen. That wasn't really gonna happen. It looked good, but they was this close,
man. They could have stole one game, bro. And what had me mad? They gave the ball to Dylan Brooks in the last 3 minutes of the game, bro. And Dylan Brooks did a step back three. Like, why would you do that? Did a step back three. I think he airballed it, and somehow it ends up in Steph Curry's hand. Steph Curry runs down the court
and get
an N1 layup, bro, and tie the ball game up, bro. And they win by 4, I believe.
Listen, that's what happened when you play too much 2K. Even when you're using yourself. That's what happened when you play too much 2K.
Oh man.
My face hurt.
Funny. No, but them, I believe they can do some damage. I'm expecting them to make it to the playoffs, man, and do some damage.
I can definitely see that. Playoffs, yes.
Timberwolves also. I'm really liking what the Timberwolves are doing. And my third team, I'm gonna go ahead and say Pistons. I think they're gonna be a lot better than what they were last year.
Is that saying a lot though? They were pretty bad.
No, they were, man. Hold up, man. Let's see who they got, bro. Cause they added some pieces, man. That was like, oh man, they can probably do some damage, bro. So let me call them out to you.
And they had the number 1 draft pick, right? That we were talking about.
No. Actually, the number 1 draft pick went to Orlando. Yeah.
Okay. Him and the dude they drafted before, I think they look similar in my brain.
Cause they got Clay Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be doing this thing. All right, so check this out, bro. This is a young, nice team, bro. I like this lineup. Lot of veterans on this team. So they got who is this guy? Some guy from the Philippines, but this is who they got, man. They got Kevin Knox, who's pretty good. They got your boy Kemba Walker, who I hope they keep, man, and he can be like a leader to the team in a way.
Yeah, that'll help big time.
They got Elijah Stewart at center, tough guy, big. They got Marvin Bagley, nice asset, man. Bagley? Yeah. They got him. They got Killian Haynes. They got Jaden, point guard from Purdue, and he's nice, bro. I don't know if you ever seen him play, but he plays similar to Ja Morant and Russell Westbrook. Like he's one of those guys that has speed, that can finish.
And let's hope it's more like Ja right now.
Yeah. I won't say he's a great 3-point shooter, but he has a mid-range game.
Okay.
So I mean, and he can push the ball up and keep the tempo going for his team. And this a young team, bro.
Yeah, they're really young.
This a young, good team, bro. Oh, and let me add this too, bro. Cleveland.
What's that thing going on with? Are they keeping Sexton or not?
I would like them to keep Sexton, bro. I think Sexton to make them a way better team than they are. Sexton with Garland, that's gonna be crazy, bro.
It seemed to work out pretty good, but I guess whatever happened last year, they just seem, I don't know. I'm like, keep seeming like they're not gonna keep him, or they're not trying to re-sign him, or whatever it is. I don't know.
Man,
I mean, they can't expect anybody to go there for free agency, so they might as well keep him.
That's gonna be crazy, bro.
Unless they're paying for LeBron back, but that's a long shot in the prayer right there.
I'm hearing another person that's on the trades. Kevin Porter Jr., bro. Now that's a dude that I find underrated.
That's a solid pickup. That's always a solid pickup. You know what you're going to get from him.
That's dude is underrated, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at that at all.
I would like him to come to the Heat.
But I think we can make that work. Because again, you know, he's a person who knows his role. He's gonna hold down his role.
Let me see, but yeah, that's it. Those are 4 teams that I'm looking at and saying that. Look, man, I expect you guys to improve drastically than what y'all did last year. Cause man, we got those teams that I'm looking to get worse.
You don't think the Rockets are going to get better? Even Jalen Green?
No,
I don't think so either. To be honest
no.
with you, I think the stock in Jalen Green is way too high.
I don't think Houston's going to get better. I don't think the Jazz is going to get better. The damn
Jazz are probably going to be worse.
Yeah, they're going to be worse, man. Depending on if my boy Kawhi Leonard play, man, I don't think Clippers are going to get better. Not without no Kawhi Leonard. I don't believe in them, bro. They can show me any type of roster. I know John Wall's over there, but I haven't seen John Wall play in like 2 years, 2-3 years, bro.
I forgot he's over there now.
I like exactly. Everybody does. Everybody forgot. I don't expect nobody to remember, even though we bringing it up.
They kept Reggie. That's messed up.
Like, what?
Oh, they kept Reggie Jackson, right?
By Sunday, you're gonna forget. Right? Like, oh, he did play. Oh.
Season start. Oh, they still got him. They didn't let him go. Thought they was gonna waive him.
Like, damn, we did talk about that show. Damn. But yeah, he's there. He is there, man. But this is going to be an interesting season, man.
It's another season of not knowing who the clear favorite is going to be, and I think the league is finally really actually settling into, as they say, like parity in the league, not knowing who's. Because we got so used to Warriors, we know the Warriors going to be there, and even with LeBron like being in the finals, like we knew he was good enough to get there, but it still was like, okay, he's really doing it. The Warriors just came and made it like we already know. Well, they had one bad game. We still know they're going to be there. So I'm actually enjoying this. Overall, of course, Miami Heat, I want us to get back there and I want us to win. If we don't win, I want LeBron to get his 5th ring. Other than that, Chris, the ship is sailed for Chris Paul. So I don't believe it. Sorry. I was rooting for you, Chris.
I don't know. That's his last ring, man. It just sucks that
LeBron was 4 don't sound right.
It just sucks that his last ring was against the Heat.
Yeah, I know.
It sucks.
Also, want to say I predicted that was going to happen. I predicted that it was going to be Heat and the Lakers 2 years ago. Before I started my current podcast, I was kind of doing just a solo thing, and I was talking about the lineups, and I was like, I think it's going to be them. I said it was going to be in 6. All that
crazy, man. Anthony Davis had to have an incredible season, bro, for them to get there.
Never been so conflicted in my life. I was happy and sad every time we scored, didn't score. I was like, yes, but no. And Jimmy put on an amazing performance, man.
Man, he had to, bro. It was just too much for our team, bro. Oh my God.
Gas station Jimmy, the uncut mustache or the whisker. That's gas station Jimmy right there. He ran out of gas, man. He was scoring.
Oh man. That boy was out there balling. Like we picked him up from the mechanic store, bro.
Could be a carburetor. It could be a spark plug, or you could need a new engine. I gotta get under there and see.
Well, the Heat something else, boy. They get anybody off the street, bro.
What we say? It's hot out here.
Man,
he was balling, man. He was balling.
That's funny.
I don't like people who talk crap about the bubble season either, man. People like that's the easiest season. If you got the players telling you it was the hardest, like, must be hard for a reason, man. They just say it because they didn't win.
Yeah, they hating. Yeah. They hating. What sucks for some teams, for the Suns, it was like it would have been like, whoa, bro, because they won all their games, bro, and they needed like somebody had to lose for them to go in, bro. It was crazy.
Yep. They definitely was on. D Book was on fire. I was watching all those games. D Book was on fire, and just wasn't in there for them.
And what's crazy about that kind of what opened up for the play-in tournaments, man, which is a cool thing.
So you like the play-in?
I love the play-in.
Yeah, I like it.
I love the
more basketball games too, so I ain't mad at
it. More basketball games, man. Let the players deserve it. I kind of wish they did it earlier, man, because it would have helped us a lot. The time when we had Dion Raiders, them boy, but we look like the scariest team, bro.
That's fact.
Like, yo, I don't think the first seed wanted to play us that year, bro. I don't know what they did, but they turned it around, bro. That second game, and we only missed one game, bro. If we won one game, we would have been in there, man. Crazy, man. But man, that's been another episode of the Almighty Show, bro.
Appreciate it for being here, man. This was a lot of fun, man. Glad it finally lined up where we could do this.
Most definitely, man. We got to do this again, bro. It's always fun talking with you, bro.
Definitely.
But shoot, man. Tomorrow, guys, man, we're gonna be covering up some stuff with the music. I got posted up, man. Even we're gonna be doing like live reactions, man. I don't know if you watch any like battle rap?
Here and there, not all the time, but a little bit.
I was gonna watch some like old school battle raps from the Smack area.
Smack.
I was gonna watch some classics, man. I love Smack, bro.
Yeah, nah, you can't go wrong with that at all. The Smack DVD.
Don
DeMarco. 30 minutes before the battle start. I just want to say shout out to so-and-so. Shout out to so-and-so. Appreciate y'all. All his shout outs he got to give. That's really his end credits. You just do it at the beginning. That's all.
Fast, man. Man, they came a long way. I remember, man, being like a little kid, bro, probably 11, 12 years old, bro. Smack behind the camera, bro, just recording the battles, man. Now he's in front of the stage.
It's like, hey, calm down.
Oh, it's crazy, bro.
Like, man, let them rap, man.
But yeah, man, it's been another great episode, guys. Man, we about to call it the end, bro. But man, we love y'all, man. Y'all take care, man. We out.
Definitely. Peace.